The house is quiet. Too quiet. You're sitting in your favorite chair, the one by the window, the same place you've sat 1,000 times before. The TV is on, but you're not really watching it. Something feels off. It's not pain, not the dramatic movie-style pain people talk about. It's pressure, a heaviness in the chest, a strange tightness you can't quite explain. You shift in your seat. Maybe it's indigestion. Maybe you ate too fast. Maybe you're just tired. After all, you're over 60. Things ache sometimes, right? You tell yourself to wait a minute. But then you notice something else. Your breathing feels shallow. Your jaw feels tight. Your left arm feels odd, heavy, weak. And suddenly a thought flashes through your mind, one you don't want to say out loud. What if this is my heart? You look around the room. No one's there. The phone is on the table across the room. The front door is locked. The house that usually feels safe suddenly feels very, very empty. And here's the moment that changes everything. This is the moment when most people over 60 make a deadly mistake. They wait. They don't want to panic. They don't want to bother anyone. They don't want to look foolish if it turns out to be nothing. So they sit, they breathe, they hope it passes. But as a doctor, I need you to hear this clearly, especially if you live alone. Heart attacks after 60 often do not start with sharp pain. They start quietly. They start with discomfort, pressure, fatigue, a strange sense that something isn't right. And because the symptoms feel unclear, many seniors ignore them. That hesitation is dangerous. As we age, heart attacks become more subtle, but more deadly. Your nervous system processes pain differently. Your body may not send strong warning signals. Women and older adults especially experience what we call atypical symptoms. That's why so many people say later, "I didn't think it was my heart." And when you're alone, time becomes your biggest enemy. Every minute a heart attack goes untreated, heart muscle begins to die. Not hours, minutes. So let's pause the story right here and give you clarity. If you are over 60 and alone and you feel any of the following, you must take it seriously. A heavy or tight feeling in the chest. You've recognized it now. That quiet pressure in your chest, that strange weakness, that feeling you can no longer explain away. This may be a heart attack, and you are alone. This is the moment fear tries to take control. Your heart is already under stress, and panic only makes it work harder. Your breathing becomes shallow. Your thoughts race. What if I pass out? What if no one finds me? What if I'm wrong? Take a breath with me. Right now, what you do next matters more than anything else. As a doctor, I want to guide you through this calmly, step by step, because simple, correct actions save lives, especially after 60. Let's start with the most important truth. Do not try to be brave. Do not try to wait it out. If you are alone and suspect a heart attack, your first action is not to lie down. It's not to drink water. It's not to see if it passes. Your first action is to call emergency services. In the United States, that's 911. In the UK, it's 999. Call immediately. Even if you're unsure, even if the symptoms feel mild, even if you're embarrassed, emergency responders would much rather come and find nothing serious than arrive too late. Put the phone on speaker. This keeps your hands free and allows them to hear you if your condition changes. Now, while help is on the way, there are a few critical things you can do to protect your heart. First, unlock your door. This may sound small, but it's life-saving. If emergency services arrive and the door is locked, precious minutes can be lost. If you can, unlock the front door. If you live in an apartment, unlock the main entry if possible. Then sit or lie in the safest position. Do not walk around, do not pace, do not try to stay busy. Movement increases the heart's oxygen demand. The safest position for most people is sitting slightly upright, supported, with your knees bent. This reduces strain on the heart and helps breathing. If you feel faint, lie down, but keep your head slightly elevated. Now let's talk about a common myth. You may have heard people say, cough hard to stop a heart attack. Please understand this clearly. Do not try coughing techniques. This is dangerous misinformation and is not recommended by doctors. Coughing can worsen heart strain and delay proper treatment. Stick to what works. If your doctor has previously told you to take aspirin during chest pain, and only if you are not allergic, you may chew one regular aspirin while waiting for help. Chewing helps it work fast. Most heart attacks don't happen in hospitals. They don't happen under bright lights with doctors rushing in. They happen at home, quietly, unexpectedly, sometimes when you are completely alone. And the truth is, if it happens to you and you aren't prepared, every second can feel like a lifetime. So I have to ask, are you prepared right now? I know what it feels like to be caught off guard. I never imagined it could happen to me. One morning, I felt a strange pressure in my chest. It wasn't painful at first, just uncomfortable, unusual, like a weight pressing down. I brushed it off, thinking I had overdone things the day before, but then it didn't go away. My heart started racing, my vision blurred, and I realized I was completely alone. I panicked. I wanted to call someone, but my hands trembled and I didn't know what to do first. I hesitated. I hoped it would pass. I waited too long. And in those moments, fear took over. Fear of being alone. Fear of what could happen if help didn't arrive in time. When I finally got help, it was a miracle. I survived, and now I am here, grateful, reflecting, and wishing I had done a few simple things differently. Because preparation could have given me peace of mind even in the middle of that terrifying moment. You see, heart attacks in seniors are on the rise. Experts point to several reasons. High blood pressure quietly damages arteries over the years. Stress, which many of us think we've learned to manage, still quietly strains the heart. Inactivity weakens muscles and lowers endurance, making the heart work harder than it should. And even medications meant to help can sometimes affect your heart in ways you don't expect. But here's the thing, this is not meant to scare you, it's meant to empower you, because knowledge and preparation make all the difference. You don't have to live in fear, you don't have to wait for an emergency to strike to realize you're unprepared. You can live in readiness. And being ready doesn't have to be complicated, it can be simple. Start with your phone. Make sure it's charged and always within reach. Place it somewhere easy to grab at a moment's notice. Keep a list of your medications, allergies, and doctor contacts somewhere visible, on your fridge, by your bedside, or in a dedicated folder. Make sure someone close to you knows your routine, where you keep your important information, and how to reach you quickly. Simple daily habits can protect you too. Moving your body just a little every day strengthens your heart. It doesn't have to be intense. A short walk, gentle stretches, or even a few minutes of chair exercises can help your blood flow and your heart function better. Staying hydrated matters. Water helps your body work efficiently and reduces strain on your heart. And never underestimate the power of sleep. A good night's rest gives your heart a chance to recover and recharge. Doctors also emphasize the importance of knowing the signs. Not all heart attacks come with dramatic pain. Sometimes it's subtle: pressure in the chest, discomfort in the arms, shortness of breath, dizziness, or sudden fatigue. If you notice anything unusual, take it seriously. Don't wait. Even if it turns out to be nothing, it's better to act than to regret waiting. Preparation also means mental readiness. Take a few minutes to think about what you would do in an emergency. Practice the steps in your mind. Who would you call first? Where is your phone? Where is your medication list?